Hey guys, it's Tony here at Gamefreak blog again, just bringing you another video. This time it's Battlefield Bad Company 2 and the Chaos Sun Temple. This is a game that I had on Monday night, I think it was. I was just kind of like sitting around thinking, what shall I play? And I'd been watching some Battlefield videos and I thought, right, that's it, I'm going to go and have a game on Battlefield. I haven't actually played it for, oh god, it's got to be about 6 weeks now, and the Vietnam expansion for it has been even longer since I've had a go on that. I think the last time that I had a go on the Vietnam expansion was actually when the Vietnam War was taking place. It's been that fucking long. Excuse me. And I kind of jumped in on the game, and our team was just absolutely shit. We were struggling for just this one flag. We couldn't take anything else all the way through the game. We had like a gunboat driving up and down the shoreline, just completely battering us all the way through the game. I don't even know what the hell the team were doing. It was just kind of like we weren't really gelling. And as I said, it's the first game I've had on it for weeks, and it's kind of the subject that I want to talk about. I'm not really getting too deep into this subject. I'm not really one of these guys who, you know, sits down and tries to give out some, you know, tale of the world, or, you know, some kind of life theory or anything like this. But I always kind of like have a bit of a problem coming back to games after a bit of a break from them. It seems to take me an absolute age to kind of get back into the mechanics of the game, how the game works, and especially in this game, kind of like the aiming system and stuff like this. I've been having a few games on Call of Duty Black Ops on some of the new maps with some friends, and one of my friends who's going to be featured in a video series that I'm going to be doing soon, a guy called Bob. We've been trying to break him into Call of Duty, so we've been jumping into the combat training in Call of Duty. Didn't see that guy jumping off the back there. So we've been jumping into the combat training in Call of Duty, and one game that we had in there, that even the bots destroyed us in this game, and it was just kind of like, what the hell is going on? And I don't know if you've ever had that before. It always seems to kind of happen with me and first-person shooters, that if I don't kind of keep my toe in the water, if you like, if I don't keep up to date with playing them, then as soon as I jump back into the game afterwards, the first few games that I have are always completely and utterly shit. It takes me ages to get back into the flow. It takes me ages to remember what kind of map that I'm on. I've got to kind of get used to the aiming systems of the guns again. I mean, you know, I got some pretty good kills in whatever in this game, but it just took a bloody age to kind of like get into. I've actually got the other half of this game, because as you probably know, in Bad Company, whatever kind of map you play, you kind of go from one side to the other. So one time you'll be playing as the GIs, the other time you'll be playing as like the Viet Cong. And I've got the second half of this game saved as well. So if you want to see what it was like from the other half of the game, I may just upload it anyway, but if you want to see the other half of the game, where we struggled even more, but I kind of played a lot better, then just let me know. I'll kind of upload that. I think I'm going to upload it anyway, just to give the kind of reverse flip side of this, from fighting from the other side of the island. But it just seemed that this flag was just being contested all the time. We couldn't actually make any kind of headway up to the other two flags further down the map, as I just mentioned, partly because this gunboat kept patrolling down the left of the screen, as you see it here, down the river, just absolutely fucking annihilating us any time we went near it, and it just started hacking me off a little bit. It just kept killing me all the time, and I thought, right, I'm going to get these bastards, and I went down and hunted them out and took them all out, which was pretty satisfying. But there are certain games where it's almost been hardwired into my DNA that I don't really have to kind of practice with. You know, I can turn on certain games from not having played them in years and go on and absolutely kick ass. I mean, some of the games that are kind of really deeply hardwired are stuff like Tekken. Tekken 3 and things. I mean, I can almost literally play them in my sleep. The Street Fighter games. stuff like GoldenEye, Mario Kart, all the games that I kind of, you know, spent a misspent youth on, if you like, just playing for hours and hours and hours. It's actually turned into that kind of muscle memory thing. You know, they say if you kind of repeat an action kind of like 2,000 times, your muscle memory takes it on as being a fact. It will just become a lot more easy and a lot more simple to do. And I do actually believe that there is such a thing as gaming muscle memory. It is that fucking gunboat. You'll see here they just piss me off, so I'm like, right, I'm going to get these bastards. But I do believe that there's such a thing as a gaming muscle memory that you know you probably see with some of the guys that are really good on the Call of Duty games, that are good on Battlefield Bad Company and everything. You know, they're just racking up 50, 60 kills and things like this. Partly it's just because, you know, they sit there playing the games for like 8 hours a day. But secondly, because they've got that into their muscle memory. They've kind of really absorbed the kind of button presses, the skills and everything like that. And personally, just because I play so many different types of game, it's not a case of neglect. It's just a case of, like, I just like moving things up. I like playing fighting games. I like playing first-person shooters. I like playing retro games. I'm just a gamer. As long as the game is good, I will play it. But of course, due to that, you know, you're going from different styles to different control configurations. You know, you're just kind of excuse me, you've got so much stuff to go. You know, sometimes I'll play 5, 6 different types of game in a day, and it takes me like a few moments, a few levels, you know, a few rounds on the game to kind of get back into it. And then after that, I mean, I've got some fantastic Battlefield videos on my hard drive. I will upload a few of them, some where I just was absolutely dominating in the game. And that's simply because, you know, for a certain amount of time, I'll just play nothing but Bad Company. And as soon as you get into that zone, as soon as you get into that kind of feeling for the game and you kind of start to absorb it all, everything kind of starts to gel. It starts to kind of like coagulate in that little gaming node inside your brain. So that it's just the kind of, is this the bit where I think this is the bit where I get the gunbow. There they go, sneaking past. Die. And again, please. Thank you. Hella satisfying that was. That thing was just giving us jip all the way through the game. You'll see a bit in a second when we managed to commandeer one of the boats and we drive up, and even before I start to pull the trigger, some bastard bloody pips me off from behind a shack. So yeah, I was just I'm not really one for like asking questions or anything like that, but seeing as how you're watching this video and listening to it and all this kind of thing, have you ever had a moment like that? Have you ever had, you know, maybe you haven't played Black Ops or Call of Duty or something, some game that you like to play that you're usually quite good at, you jump into it after like a week or so of not playing it and you just play terribly. There's just nothing you can do. You just seem to be dying all the time. You just seem to not being able, you know, you're not playing to like your usual best. And this is basically why I was uploading this video. You know, I got some good kills. You know, I took out the gunboat. I get some people from really far off, some really far off range shots in. But we just weren't doing anything. We were just being completely dominated by the other side, and it just seemed like there was nothing that we could do at all that would that would change that fact. I mean, as you can see here we go in the gunboat. Da, 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 da. Where are you, scum-sucking dogs? There was just no one around, and again, it's always good to play with people that you know and that you game with, really, because why the fuck the driver just stopped there? It was just like, you know, by the time I saw that guy there we go, dead. I get you, GI. You die. So yeah, so as I said, what I'll probably do, I'm going to upload the second part to this gameplay from where we fight from the other side of the island as the Viet Cong, and I seem to do quite well. I was really racking up the kills, but again, there was just that we were just getting completely overpowered for the one base that was near us, the one flag that we had to try and defend. I was kind of defending it really well. I really played some kind of like really good defensive modes in the game, but it was just to no avail. We just could not progress any further. And you know, I don't know whether it was just me, because I was just trying as hard as I possibly could, but the team just didn't seem to be doing anything. There was one guy in the game which I don't know if it's this guy that's just here. and we seem to be partnering up all the time and taking down some objectives and really racking up the kills, but it was just like a real bit of a struggle. Anyway, I just don't know if I've just been ranting there, but anyway, the point of all this is I do think there is something called gamer's block. I think that, you know, if you haven't been on a game for a certain amount of time, no matter how good you are at that game, you'll come on after a week or so playing and you just do absolutely terribly. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. Call me crap if you want. But, yeah, well, I probably am. But anyway, guys, I'm going to... The game's nearly over, so I'm going to start to wrap up. I'm going to be uploading another Gamefreak favourites, another retro game later on, so please stay tuned to the channel and check that one out. I'm sure it's a game that you'll all know and love. I'll upload the other part of the Battlefield thing as well. Probably do that in the morning, and there's going to be another video for Thumb Culture coming out this Friday as well. So this is Tony from Gamefreak Blog, guys.